So the goal is to share to you some experience that we are facing in Brazil in using the drones in the country. So the contents that we are talking will be about the Brazilian ag market, so a big overview about how the market is, how we operate some crops, basically will be soybean, sugarcane, and corn. Talking about sustainability, the use of spraying drones, and what we are seeing in the future, the use of the drones in the country. So some information for the Brazilian agricultural market. So Brazil has a variety of crops, production all over the year, some regions with 2 seasons per year, and high adoption, the use of technology in a lot of areas. We have almost 80 million hectares of agricultural production, 335 million tons of grain production in the country, 9 million hectares of sugarcane production, and Brazil is the largest exporter of grain, sugar, coffee, orange, cattle, chicken, and pork. So here's an overview. You see the commodity, for example, the first one is the soybean. So Brazil is the number one producer worldwide and number one exporter, and represents 40% of the global production worldwide. Coffee is also number one production and number one exporter. Sugar is the same. The sugar that we produce in Brazil is from the sugarcane, and we are the first in production and also first in exporter. Ethanol, so the second worldwide in production and second exporter. And ethanol, basically we have the ethanol produced from the sugarcane in Brazil. We start to have some ethanol from corn, but over 90% of the production is through sugarcane. Orange juice, number one in terms of production and also exporter. And when you go to the meat, so the meat, chicken, and pork on the last one, we are the number one exporter, and the fourth in the pork production. So this is a general overview of the Brazilian market and how agriculture is important for the market. Talking about the spraying drones, so the adoption of spraying drone used in Brazil is increasing every year. The drone has been used from small to big farms in a huge variety of crops. In the official number, so in June of this year, had 2,500 units registered at ANAC, so it's the Brazilian National Aviation Agency. We know that has more units flying, but this is the one that it's already registered at the National Aviation Agency. And the estimate from the Aviation Agency, SINDAG, is that Brazil could reach 8,000 units registered by 2026. So it's a big market and a big focus, big opportunity for the business. Talking about the crop operation, Agras in Brazil has been using in different crops, soybean and corn, sugarcane, coffee, vegetables, and also on pasture. You have the largest use is in soybean and corn, and also sugarcane. So we have the use in a lot of crops, but this one is the ones that have more units flying in the country. And later I'll explain a little bit about the soybean, the corn, and the sugarcane applications, how the customers and the farmers are using the technology. So on the soybean application, the Agras is operating during the all crop cycle, from herbicides up to fungicides. So we have no crop damage, so you don't need to have the machines running over the crop, that we call in Brazil amassamento. Can be used at any time, mainly after rain when machines can't operate. With spot zones application maps, the farmer can do spot spray application, reducing chemicals, increasing efficiency, and spraying only where really needs. So from the one side, you have the efficiency of the drone, so anyone can operate and you can go any time of the year along the crop. But also this chemical reducing and the environmental and sustainability is something that the farmers is looking more and more. This is an example of spot spraying. So you have the area that you mapped before. Then you can define the spraying zones when you have some weed, a specific weed to do the spraying. And you get this map up into the Agras and you do the spot spraying application. This is something that's getting common in some crops, for example, in the corn and also sugarcane. The sugarcane is adopting a lot this type of use as well. This is an example of the spraying over soybean. Let's see if it works, yeah. It's just a small video how they're flying the Agras over soybean in Brazil. So it's something that's not so, let's say, so different. So it's really common. We are facing some areas that the customers start using a lot of drones. Talking a little bit about the corn. On the corn, the Agras, their most use is on the final stage of the crop production, using the fungicide, where the sprayer, so could be the pull type or self-propelled sprayer, is difficult to operate because the damage that they cause on the crop. So because the height of the crop, the machine will damage it and you have a decrease on the yield. And you have a very good quality application using drone. Using, for example, 10 liters per hectare. We have a video here with the validation of the Agras spraying quality test on corn. This is for an agronomist that took this. And you can see they put some special things on the product. And on the night, you can see, using the right light, you can see the quality of the spraying application with Agras from the top to the plant up to the ground. This is the real field. And you see on the bottom and also on the ground, you still have some products over there. So it's a really good quality product application. So you can see that in all corn, in all plant, you have products applied. And another good point is the downwash effect. So that also allows good spraying quality. So the slide before, when we show the quality of the application, when the agronomist made the test, you can see why you have it doing this. Because this downwash effect got the product all over the plant. And also an example here on the Agras application on the corn. And talking on the last crop, it will be the sugarcane. So in the sugarcane, the use is a lot in spot spraying application. Use it in areas with restriction to operate by aerial spraying. So this really start being common in Brazil. Insecticide spraying and also growth ripener spraying is to speed up the production into the sugarcane. These are the most applications that we are having today on the sugarcane market. This is an example of spot spraying. So you see the big weeds that we have over there. So before harvest, they do this, they apply the product, and when you have the harvester machine going to the field, you don't have the harvester harvesting these weeds. So just harvest the sugarcane. And the growth ripener application is an example of an area of the one sugar mill. So the areas that we have the sugar mill, we have some small areas, medium areas, and also some big farms that we operate. And insecticide spray into the sugarcane. So you see how the the drone going to the end of the line and start again the second line and doing all the application. And then you have the trucks that you have on the field to refuel the drone to have a better area coverage per day. So how drones helps to produce more, what we are getting from the customers. The reduced loss due to the soil compaction that machine causes. So this is a really good impact, positive impact that drone causes into the farmland. On soybean, reduce 3 to 5% loss to the machine passes over soybeans. And with drones, it's possible to spray on the best scenario, even if the soil is very humidity, and on these situations, machine can't operate. So when we have the rain season in Brazil, is the time basically that we are sending more drones mostly because of this scenario, when the farmer can't go into the farm with the machine. And talking about the improvement into the ag industry in the country, and I believe that is worldwide. So less chemical usage for spot spraying application and better usage of the chemicals. Can be used in any crop, so you don't have a restriction in which crop you are applying the product, and can be used in the next stage of the crop, even on the final stage. So you don't have any machine that you pass over the crop to do a type of damage, or you depend of what will be the quality of the soil. And another additional point that we are seeing in Brazil, the technology is helping the old farmers to retain their sons on the farm. So technology is really important to keep the new generation in the farm and not moving to the city. So we see a lot of parts of Brazil, the sons, they would like to go to the university and stay in the city and not take care of the farm. So this is a type of technology, of product that it's helping to retain the next generation on the farm. And it's a new technology. It's a very impressive technology, but with a good training, anyone can operate. So it's nothing that is too tough to operate. And the future of drones in Brazil, the market of spraying drones in Brazil is just starting. The potential is really huge, and we already have farmers that move from pull-type sprayer to DJI Agras with better ROI. Can be used in all stage of the crops and in all crops, as I explained before. That's really important. In Brazil, we have small farms, for example, vegetables and coffee, where the Agras fits perfectly on their needs. And with operational training and local after sales, this is really crucial to speed up the adoption curve and the sales into the market. So thanks, DJI, for the invitation. And if you have any doubts, I will be here along the afternoon.